Okay, the Lions just signed corner Mac Mclain, an HBCU star. Remember, we already have one in James Houston on our team that picked up under the radar. Nobody's really paying attention to. And remember, Brad Holmes went to an HBCU school, actually the same school as Mac Mclain. And so we just signed him, and his story is pretty interesting. If you look back at what he did in college here, he played for the Eagles, uh, played for another team too. I can't quite remember the Broncos as well. He kind of went back and forth with Philly and the Broncos, but in his college career, 29 games, and we'll get to why he only played 29 games, 113 tackles, 22 pass defenses, 8 interceptions, 3 were returned for touchdowns, 2 fumble recoveries, and a forced fumble. So he's all over the ball. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's got good size. And if you look at his story, it's pretty interesting. What happened was, I'll get to it here. Pride of Detroit was all over it. Appreciate the work that they do. In his freshman season, he had 6 interceptions. 3 of those were pick sixes. Then a couple of games into his sophomore season, he tore his ACL. So that cost him both his sophomore and then most of his junior seasons. So he really played his freshman year, a little bit of the sophomore, a little bit of the junior, and he still earned all conference honors in both years. And then in 2020, the season was canceled due to COVID. So he really had that one season in 17, 18 and 19 injury, 20 was COVID. So then from there, he decides to declare for the NFL. He goes undrafted in the NFL. And then he bounces around. I can't remember where it says it, but basically he bounces around between the Eagles, right here, and the Broncos, playing a little bit, special teams, practice squad, and basically all of last year he spent 2022 on the Eagles practice squad. So he was not like fully cut, and this isn't a guy that's been walking the streets. Instead, he was on a team, on the practice squad, but did not make a game appearance last year. So obviously, our first real signing of the offseason is a corner. No surprise with Jerry Jacobs being our only mainstay at corner. Jeff Okudah, question marks. After that, it's free agent Will Harris, free agent Mike Hughes, free agent Owarie. Owarie pretty much gone. Chase Lucas injured most of last year. Don't know what we're going to have there. So all of a sudden, you got to pay attention to this signing for a couple of reasons. Number one, HBCU goes under the radar to begin with. That's just that conference. Deion Sanders has brought light to it, of course, and then Brad Holmes came from there. Then James Houston really puts more light on it last year with the season that he had for us. That's number one, is under the radar. Number two, he's super under the radar. He really hasn't played and really did something all the way back into like 2017, 18. And then he's been in the league, so he's young, but he's old enough to have a little bit of experience. So we could have a little something here. The next thing is Brad Holmes has earned the reputation of, hey, you have to kind of pay attention to who he signs. Every signing is a big deal. Now, he's got a long way to go to make the team, and we all know that. There's OTAs, training camps, the whole deal. But this is, you can kind of just say, like, let's just say, what if it's a James Houston situation where he comes in, doesn't really know him, he's undersized, he's too big, he's too small, all these things, didn't play against competition, didn't play up to all the things that you could say about an under the radar player. And James Houston proved, man, look at this. So this is the same thing here with Mac Mclain. You never know, and you just don't know. And so he's young enough, he's 25 years old, where, like I said, he has some ability to have a couple prime years still left in him, but he's also not just like this rookie early development, try to make something happen, but instead he has the ability to, like, maybe we got something here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Mac Mclain, corner, gonna start building that depth chart, or building those players at the defensive back position, at corner, at safety, to make sure that we've got competition, we've got different players. We've got to get diversified there. We need long guys. We need physical. Jerry Jacobs, more physical. Okudah's kind of in the middle. He's not really super tall. He's not physical. Mac Mclain's 6 foot, a little bit of a taller guy. We're going to draft one. We're going to get one in free agent. We're going to keep free agency. We're going to keep adding to our DBs. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on Mac Mclain, HBCU. Pretty awesome. The same school that Brad Holmes went to. And we'll see you on the next one.